Billions of people across the world use tobacco products. This high rate of tobacco use results in over 8 million deaths yearly from heart disease, lung disease, and cancers. The problem is that tobacco products are very addictive. After starting tobacco use, a tobacco product can quickly become physically and psychologically addictive, mainly from nicotine. Nicotine increases the levels of dopamine in the brain, which can produce strong positive feelings. If we understand the ways in which nicotine works on parts of the brain, we can find methods to target treatments that can help people stop using tobacco. So how does nicotine work on the brain? Initially, when a person inhales a tobacco product, say a cigarette, the smoke passes through the airway and is deposited in the lungs. Nicotine in the smoke travels directly across the alveolar epithelium and passes into the bloodstream. Within 7 to 10 seconds of a single puff, the nicotine travels to the brain and is distributed to millions of neurons in the central nervous system. Within the midbrain, nicotine attaches to the alpha-4 beta-2 nicotinic acetylcholine receptors. Nicotine has a high affinity for alpha-4 beta-2 receptors of postsynaptic neurons. Consisting of 2 alpha-4 and 3 beta-2 subunits, these receptors create a passage by which ions can be transported through the cell membrane. When nicotine causes the activation of an ion channel, calcium and potassium ions pass in and out. This movement of ions causes an electrical impulse to be generated, which transmits an action potential down the axon to the brain's reward system. This impulse causes the release of dopamine, among other neurotransmitters. The release of dopamine is a trigger for more signals that stimulate the brain's reward circuitry, generating increased focus, better mood, and a brief sense of well-being. With every puff, dopamine levels increase, yet nicotine doesn't stay around very long, which causes its brain levels to quickly decline. This decline causes a craving for more tobacco. As tobacco use increases, alpha-4 and beta-2 nicotinic receptors begin to adapt to the repeated exposure to nicotine. These changes include upregulation, an increased number of receptor growth, and desensitization, a need for more nicotine to stimulate the receptors. Such adaptive changes over time contribute to a greater need for nicotine to produce the same pleasurable effects from when using tobacco. Thus, frequently using tobacco products increases the need for dopamine, which perpetuates the cycle of tobacco dependence. The good news is that tobacco addiction is treatable. With proper treatment, which may involve medications, behavioral counseling, or a combination of both, you can break the cycle of tobacco addiction. So get the support you need and begin your journey of breaking the cycle today. Remember, quitting tobacco use is a process and not an event.
If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at bhwell.uky.edu.